Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. First and foremost, before I get into this reading, I was directed from Source Energy to channel a message about the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine is being attacked at this now moment, and it's nothing new. It's nothing to be alarmed about because it's been happening since millennia, okay? The Divine Feminine energy is more prevalent, more now so than ever. Even with our masculines, they're stepping into their femininity and they're balancing the yin and the yang. And these attacks are coming because of the old paradigms are now being dismantled. And so therefore, we didn't think this was going to be easy, did we? We have been witnesses of bloodlines being cleared, okay? Connections that deal with karma being cleared. We have even seen in our society some of the constructs change due to anger, greed, lust, the sexualization, over sexualization of the woman, the divine feminine, the disregard for women in certain cultures and different aspects. But there has been a grand awakening that is happening and bringing those things forth to be purged out of our systems. There have even been things that we have purged individually as divine feminines from our relationships that no longer serve us, that are now coming back to kind of bite us. I have seen so many karmics attack the divine feminine along with the masculines. They have attacked the feminine and they have not held her in high regards because they have not stepped into their autonomy. And again, the divine feminines are stepping into their autonomy, their sovereignty, their joy, their bliss, their evolution of their soul. They are really spearheading this evolution. And because of that, they're catching flack, okay? And they're getting clapped back, which is what is happening, okay? For a lot of the divine feminines who are not clearly aware of the spiritual warfare that is happening, there's a lot of spell work that is being done to the divine feminine collectives. And I'm here to let you guys know that when you start working from 5D and above, no one can put a spell on you. No one can touch you. But we all have to start from ground zero. I even started from ground zero last year, okay? And it all started, I'm going to tell you how I got into this work, with being an advocate of my own resolve. I had someone put warlock magic on me, and it was crazy because this person was supposed to be a Christian, or this family was supposed to be a Christian, and they put that stuff on me. And at any rate, stepping into my autonomy is what delivered me from it. And so therefore, the divine feminine is being targeted and she's being attacked, especially if she's not living in her autonomy and her sovereignty. And so I am bringing this message to you to let you know that the shift has really hit the fan. It really has. And we have to do that spiritual alchemy and do that work that is needed. Don't worry about the how. Just know and believe that source energy will give you directions and steps along the way for you to be able to transition and to get everything that you need at the time when it's needed. We cannot worry, okay? There's enough worry in the world already. We don't need to add more to our own plates by putting worry on that plate. We have enough irons in the fire that we have to carry. So I am delivering this message to let you know that we are going through the great shift, and we have to shift through this with ease and grace. And I will do a whole recording on that just alone tomorrow. I will not upload any video readings, but I will upload specifically the information that is necessary for you to transition, because I was told by source to do so, and I am going to be obedient to that. It's not going to be as long as this video, but it will be enough to give you information on how you guys can transition, because I keep seeing on my posts, I just need help. I just need to go to the next level. I just need to clear this energy. I don't even want to be in this situation right now. Why did I sign up for the twin flame journey? All of us should be very happy, because this is something that we done way before we incarnated here, before we even were a twinkle in our father's eye and a seed growing in our mother's wombs. We signed up for this, unbeknownst to ourselves or not. And now that we're here, we can't back out of it, okay? Because this is a destined journey, okay? This is predestiny. This has been predetermined, and you're the one that predetermined it. You're the one that was a willing participant and signed up for it, okay? And now that you signed up for it, I am here and I'm instructed from Yadhe Vahe to be able to give you the information that you need in order for you to make that shift and that transition, and that is what this is all about. All right, so I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Let's go ahead and get into this beautiful reading with this divine feminine and her divine masculine, and let's see what they got going on as far as the matters of the heart, okay? I'll go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-He Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time, and space. And so it is. Okay. First and foremost, I had to start off pulling a clarifier. With this energy is really deep. It's deeper than deep. I have I've been drawn to this energy, okay? There's a lot of similarities to this divine feminine with myself. This divine feminine is in a state of planting her seeds. Never underestimate the power of a seed once it's planted. I feel that this divine femme and her divine masculine, they are, of course, they're kindred spirits because they're the same soul in two separate bodies. But I feel like they were connected at the hip. They were very close. They were like best friends, you see. They told each other, all of their secrets, things that they've never dared to other people. They were inseparable, okay? They were well balanced in their yin and their yang. And they were just that ideal couple that when people saw them, everyone would just feel the magnetism of their love, because that's just how powerful it was. And it was never meant to be broken. I believe that pride and ego got in the way for the divine masculine. But at this point in the divine feminine's journey, she has come to a fork in the middle of the road. She's at the crossroads right now. And so now Spirit is telling you, divine feminine, that you need to have Jedi focus. You see, you cannot look at what is going on a physical plane, because what's happening on a physical plane is not what's happening in the spiritual realm, which is where you're operating out of. This divine feminine is operating from 5D and above. But just because someone is in 5D doesn't mean that they're not still transitioning while they're there. I feel like you have just entered this doorway, this initiation of your spiritual ranking, divine feminine. You've just gotten into this place where you have done a lot of clearing. You've cleared bloodline issues on your maternal side and your paternal side. You have cleared some old traumas and wounds that you've had that kept coming up and resurfacing in your relationship dynamic. And with all the clearing that there is to be had, you still have come to this place of needing much clarity of why you're here at the crossroads of this relationship. It's very confusing from the angle and the perspective in which you choose to look at it. I don't think that you have any problem looking at it from a higher perspective, but whenever you come in contact with your divine masculine, it throws you off course because he is telling you something totally different from what source energy is telling you. And so now you're at this place where you're like, am I making this all up in my head? Is this really source energy that's telling me this? Or do I just want this relationship so bad that I'm romanticizing the past? You're even questioning, am I in love with a ghost from my past? This divine masculine is nothing like what I'm hearing from source energy. And I am giving you confirmation from this very reading on the onset of this reading that you are not crazy. This is 100% source energy speaking to you. So I want you to clear that out of your mind right now. You're very good at clearing, okay? This is the energy that I'm picking up from you. You can transmute, you can transcend anything. You're a powerful manifester. But when it comes to this union, you're like, I can manifest anything, but I haven't been able to manifest this union. And my dear, I am here to tell you that you are manifesting this union. You just can't see it. And I am also here to tell you that divine ordering is at play. We think that we are the ones that are in control over our relationship in this twin flame dynamics. And whether you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine, I am here to give you clarification. You are not in control. This is 100% divine ordering at its finest, you see. You know, just because you're not with your divine masculine doesn't mean that he's not your fated partner and that he's not the one that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life to. There is so much more that meets the eye that you are not comprehending because you're not looking with your mind's eye. You're looking with the two physical eyes between your eyes. Okay. So with the planting the seeds, it says seeds of grace are being planted in fertile soil of my soul. So all of those seeds that you have casted, okay, they have not blown alongside the road. They have been planted deep within your spiritual reserves and they are being manifested. You just can't see it. Okay. I want to tell you something the source energy told me in relation to my union just not too long ago. Okay. Whenever you see chaos, smile, because that means that God is at work. God doesn't work. God is not a human. You cannot simplify, you cannot quantify or dignify God down to a human level. God's ways and God's thoughts are higher than man's. Okay, so when you start seeing the chaos come and enter into your life, be prepared, get happy, get excited, and know that your blessing is on the way because God's work is chaotic to us. It's what we, from our human perspective, look at as being chaos or conflict because we don't understand it, you see. But rest assured and rest your laurels on knowing that God knows what he's doing. Mother, Father, God is lovingly guiding you and protecting you and nourishing you along the way. You will not fail. And I feel like for some of the divine feminists, you feel like you're going to fail at this. You feel like, well, what if I go another way? What if I don't choose my divine masculine? Will I fail? Will I have to do this all over again? There is no way that you can fail. And you have to have that thought in you, ingrained in your DNA. With God by your side, how can you fail? How can you? Does God fail at what God does? Absolutely not. Hold that attention from that 5D perspective that there is nothing that can happen to me that will cause me to fail. Only the highest good can happen. From 5D, I will break this down for you. Only the good can happen to you. There can be no bad that happens to you from 5D and above thinking. Stay in this resonance. And it's so important that you do your mantras, you do your meditation, yoga, prayer affirmations, listening to high vibrational frequency, solfeggio tone music, or 400 and above megahertz music. Please, when I say these things, I don't say these things just to hear myself talk. I say these things because these are the things that I also do to keep my vibration and to keep my resonance. You have to stay in that state of being. You can't say, oh, well, I'm tired of being in 5D. Let me just come back down here so I can entertain some people in 3D. When you do that, you remain stuck and you remain stagnant, and you start what is called stinking thinking, which is the negativity. It all starts all over again. And then you have to do what? You have to clear again. You got to clear your thoughts. You have to start programming your mind again and putting those positive affirmations back into your mind. And then you get back up to that state of well-being, and you start seeing all of your manifestations start coming towards you, even though you might not see the big one, the grand event, which we know is the grand finale, your reunion with your twin, but you're still seeing these little synchronicities, and you're still seeing these little epiphanies coming your way, and you're like, oh, I'm onto something. But don't lose hope. This is the reason why Source Energy is telling you to keep your Jedi focus. Do not take your eyes off of the prize. That's the reason why you have the next card, being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. Are you? Because when you are in the flow of the universe, you are in total alignment within what you are wanting to bring in, you see. When you are truly in alignment, that is when you will truly be in 3D union with your twin. The reason why you're in separation at this moment is because you're not in alignment. And that's okay. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're clearing and you're healing at this moment. So that is necessary in order for you to bring about this 3D union. With that being said, you are awakening to ancient wisdom. You have so much that you have brought into this incarnation. You have gifts, you have talents that are untapped that you haven't even tapped into yet. You see. So now you have to tap into that. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. So I feel like a lot of you divine feminines, you have mastered many lifetimes, and for some of you, this is your last go round. This is your last incarnation. So what you do here is very, very vital to your ascension, and not only to your ascension, but to the evolution and the expansion of your beautiful soul. You, my dear, are not the average woman, okay? You are the epitome of all women, because you carry all of the energies. As a divine feminine, you carry the goddess power, the empress, the high priestess. You have so much power that is backing you. You have the universe that is backing you. A lot of you are working with the 4 elements, and a lot of you are beyond that. You've even mastered to work with all 6 elements. A lot of you are doing your rituals. A lot of you are, helping other people. You're stepping into your true authentic power. And so you have the divine masculine within that is already activated. Okay, have you not received your crown? You stand in your autonomy. This is you. This is not your divine masculine. This is your divine masculine within, who has set those beautiful boundaries for people not to cross and walk over you, including the DM, and to be able to allow for the rottenness that is in the infected wounds that need to be healed to be healed. You guys, can I tell you why this journey is so compounding and so perplexed? Because this is not about just your incarnation with your twin. We're helping as a collective in the twin flame dynamic clear bloodlines. That's generation after generation after generation, going all the way back to Atlantis and Lemuria. If you don't know about that, you need to research. This is before Adam and Eve, even. We are going all the way back to those timelines to clear out. When I do a karmic flush, I don't go back to Eden to do that. I go back all the way back to Lemuria in your first incarnation to clear that out. And sometimes I have to run those a couple of times in order for it to be cleared. You guys, this is what we're doing. You don't know what you got yourself into, and I'm here to let you know you got yourself into a big magnanimous healing that is not only universally on this planet, but we also have parallel universes. We also have other dimensions that this is infiltrating into. So you are traversing the waters of your deeper understanding and your deeper knowingness of self, you see. So when you look at it on the grand schemes of that, and you look at it on that grand scale, now can you see why this is kind of complicated? Because you're talking about eons of clearing, not years. You see, it's not linear. We cannot become, human in this aspect. We have to activate our spirituality and live on the spiritual plane of existence, because our humanness will make us shrink, and it will make us look at this in a different perspective, and it will become very complex and very compounding for us to see it the way that source wants us to. And so this is the reason why when I do the 5D readings, I emphasize on the fact of how you can ease into this, because this is not easy. Notice I said ease into this, because you can't just walk into this. This is something that you have to have a spiritual initiation for. And some of you that are listening into this reading have not reached that level of spiritual initiation. And then, of course, this reading is for those that have reached that point of spiritual initiation. And for those that have not reached this point, you will. That's the reason why you're listening to this reading, because you need to understand that this is not at any level anything you've ever experienced, because if it was, it would be easy. You see, you're never disconnected from divine masculine. You need to know that. Even in your separation, you're still connected at the hip. This divine masculine, he's constantly thinking about this divine feminine. He loves this divine feminine. He's just not at a place where he is awakened fully like she is. He thinks he's awakened. I'm pulling the energy now. He thinks that he is like the most knowledgeable man in the world. Okay, but as he continues to work on self, and he continues to move into that vibrational resonance, divine feminine, you have to stand in your autonomy, and you have to be the awakened soul that you are. For those that know much is required. You're the one that is more spiritually matured. This divine masculine is like a babe into this spiritual realm. Not that he hasn't mastered some lifetimes himself. I feel like he has, because if this is your last lifetime, obviously it's his last lifetime too. I just believe that he hasn't gotten to that point where he can't be succumbed or seduced to the 3D plane, because he's held on to living on that plane of existence in many lifetimes. So this is going to have to take a lot of clearing, and this is going to have to take a lot of patience on your part. Okay, you can't rush perfection. This arrangement is an arrangement that is perfect. That's why it's not easy. You see, are you following me? This is not a path for the ones that are making hearts. This is about traveling the road that's less traveled. You cannot navigate in this journey with logic. You have to be completely open from your heart space. I can't emphasize it enough, because a lot of people will look at you on the outside looking in that are still in 3D like you have lost your mind and you're obsessed with your DM and you're obsessed with this relationship. You're not obsessed, but you are suffering from separation anxiety, and so is the divine masculine. You guys are separated at this time, and it's killing both of you. Whether you think so or not, I'm here to tell you that the divine masculine he cries over you. Okay, it may not be every single night, but he's crying over this union. So source energy is telling you, look deeper. Okay, deep within me is majestic radiance. Yes, you are a jewel. Okay, do you see all of these precious jewels that are deep into your essence? This represents your essence and your soul, divine feminine. You are a jewel. You are a sight to see. You are a gift to the world. We need you. We need you so much. Your divine masculine needs you to take the lead. You have to take the lead, whether you like it or not. And I know that you feel that you are in a place where it's so unfair. Why do I have to do it all? Because you're divine feminine. You're the mother. Look at Mother Earth. Look at how many beatings and abuse that she has taken from us. The nuclear warfare, the weapons, the fighting, the bloodshed. Can you imagine her children fighting like that and then bleeding on her because of greed, because of anger, because of hostility, because these people, they don't know anything about spirituality. And so therefore they live on the 3D plane of existence and they cause more harm than they do good. But in this dynamic, when you look deeper inside of yourself, don't you find that you mirror your twin? Don't you find the good, the bad, the ugly, the right, the wrong, the indifference? That the love that you have for the twin transcends every situation that you could have ever had? There's one thing that my twin used to say to me all the time. He said, I'm going to love you all. I'm going to love it all. I'm going to love you through it all. I'm going to love it all, and I'm going to love you through it all. You know, this is how you separate the girls from the women, the boys from the men. You put a test in between them. And the way that they react is what categorizes them and which group they go in. Are you going to be woman enough to stand up and fight for your man? Because this is a spiritual warfare. You see, I did a video last night. Did I know that I was going to channel the fact that the divine masculine had a succubus? Hell no. I had no idea that that was going to come out on the reading, you see. But when you channel, you never know what type of energy you're tapping into as an intuitive. I don't know what I'm tapping into when I'm pulling from the collective. But all I know is what spirit tells me, okay? And no, that did not apply for every divine feminine that listened to that video, nor would everything apply in what I'm saying right here and right now. But this is somebody's story. This is a lot of people's stories, more than one person. You see, because we are in the collective, which means that we have a lot of situations that are a lot alike. And a lot of divine feminines that I have spoken to, we have all been through at least 2 or 3 things that mirror our story. And sometimes I run into sisters where we have the exact same story. I gotta ask them who their DM is. What's his name? Because I want to make sure it's not my divine masculine, because it is that spot on, you see. So look deeper within, because within is where all of your answers lie. It's where all of your treasures lie. And from there, you can do your spiritual work. We have to do this work from within. We have to do it from the spiritual realm. You will not win if you do it from 3D. All you're going to feel is drained. Anytime anyone comments they're feeling drained, that's because you're not doing it from the spiritual realm. It will drain you, and it will continue to drain you, because that's not where you're supposed to do it from. You're supposed to do your work from the spiritual realm. If you're doing it, if you're trying to maneuver things and finagle things around in the 3D, and you're trying to do this all in your energy and not in the autonomy with God by your side and not being in tune with God, I am telling you that the forces of nature will break you down because you're not working with the law of attraction. You're not working with the law. I'm telling you, in order for you to be able to manifest your union, you have to work with the law of attraction. If you don't know anything about the law of attraction, read the Bible. You reap what you sow. One sentence. For those, I'm telling you, for all the getting, get understanding. Okay, the Bible says understanding, but I say understanding, okay? Because nothing's under me. I'm not. Let's rise above it, okay? So for all that getting, get understanding, okay? Know that you have to do this from a higher level of where you are. You cannot do this from 3D. I cannot emphasize this enough. Right now, you have to be on that part where you're launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler selling forth into the universe. How far are you willing to go down the rabbit hole, Divine Feminine? It doesn't end. When you think that you have finally got to this place of understanding and overstanding, girlfriend, please. The universe is going to do a plot twist on you. And you're going to be like, what's this? Because you are traversing the waters. You're in the natural ebb and flow. And so therefore, the universe is going to reveal more of itself to you. Okay? That's the name of the game. Today is graduation day for you, Divine Feminine. You're graduating from out of the school of confusion, disharmony, loneliness, into a place where you have clarity, togetherness, oneness with spirit, which is very important, and bliss, love, joy, excitement. You are at this place where you're transitioning there and you like the way it feels. You don't like the way it feels when you're in 3D and you're feeling drained and you're so sleepy and you just don't know which direction to go. That is not the energy that even Source wants you in. You have so much insight. I feel like you're an empath and you're very sensitive. Start looking at the clues and the cues when you're out. You can be out and about doing your thing, taking care of business, running errands, and you hear those songs that you know. When you hear those songs, your heart start going pitter-pat. You start getting butterflies because that is about you and your boo. That's about you and your baby. And oh my God, why is this happening? This is the most inconvenient time. Absolutely not. This is the most opportune time, honey, because this is reminding you of how valuable the treasure your union is, you see. Even if the DM is not appreciating it or valuing the love right now that you want to manifest, it's okay because it's going to happen. It's not on his timeline. It's on God's timeline. Okay. If God wanted you to be in union tomorrow, it could happen. Actually, you are God manifested in the flesh. If you just say these words, I know what I'm talking about because I brought it about before, just saying, this is my will, so be it. If you just say that is your will, so be it. If you are God and you know that you are God manifested in the flesh and you and God are one, what are you afraid of? If you want DM to be knocking on your door tomorrow, you have that much power to bring it into manifestation. Okay? So do what you came here to do. Do your soul purpose. That's also going to help you to manifest this beautiful union. You have Archangel Metatron who is here. I did a clarifier with him because you're giving birth. This could be definitely symbolic. You have the Holy Spirit, which lets me know that you're connecting to your higher self. Okay. I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. Yes, you are beautiful because you are emerging. You are coming into this place where you are in the void of the earth. You are in the womb of the earth, which is symbolized with you being in this bubble. Now, let's speak about this bubble. This bubble is a protection bubble. It is protecting you from those low thought energies, those lower thought forms, and all that no longer serves you. And you are the one that encapsulated yourself there. You did that because you've gotten tired of taking blow after blow after blow and being the martyr for this union. You don't have to be the sacrificial lamb. I'm here to give you that much furtheritude and that much direction to know that you are empowered to take your power back, you see. And the way that you do this, okay, Archangel Metatron says it's time to use your metaphysical tools, whether it's tarot, meditation, yoga, your rituals, prayer affirmations, and numerology, and anything else that didn't appear on this list. It is time for you to start using your metaphysical tools for this situation. That is the only thing that is going to turn this around. So keep focused like you have been. I feel that this divine feminine has went from planting her seeds. She was planting seeds of doubt. Now she is planting and she's sowing seeds of faith, because faith is what is going to be your currency. That is what is going to win source over. If you ever wanted to know what is going to get source to act in your favor, start believing, because faith is what is going to transcend this situation for you. And I have come to the conclusion of your beautiful reading. It is it is a pleasure to be able to deliver it. I'm sorry, I got a message from Source that I want to share with you. Instead of only focusing on unconditional love, also focus on unconditional faith. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase a gift from my Amazon and it will appear on the channel, just like these cards are here today. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And yes, it will be an extended reading for $5.55. And I will go into that with you on the other side. Namaste.